everyone. We are team number 2. My name is Andres Castillo. These are my partners, Jake, Sachin, and Jack Richmond. And today we are presenting you our proposal on the RIVERTREE Academy project, which, as you know, is located in the Como, Dallas-Fort Worth area, where we have underprivileged educational and student enrollment. So we have identified our window of opportunity here by recognizing our strengths and weaknesses and converting them into opportunities without losing sight of our threats. For our development concept, basically what we did is we took RIVERTREE Academy's mission and we, because it is our soul, it is its soul, we turned it into a compass that would guide us throughout the whole design process. So we also analyzed the site to take advantage of it completely by recognizing everything that it has to offer. And with that, we merged it into our concept, and we created a grid based on the compass. And we named the roads Love Road, Lead and Learn Road, and we separated private places from non-private places, and where our leaders will be to where our future leaders will be, and stuff like that, that Jake will detail you in his design. So now I'm going to leave you with my partner, Jake. He will talk about it.
Okay, like Andres touched on, we divided our site between the public and private. So over here we have the faculty housing and the student housing away from the rest of the site, where the school, the barn, and the administration building will be located. Because the barn will be used as a more public space for events such as weddings and other things like that, it's going to be a public venue, so we didn't want the housing to be near that area, so neither the students were interrupted by the venue or the people at the venue were interrupted by the students at their housing. So that was a really important concept that we wanted to drill home. Like Andres also mentioned, our entire site and design is based on this compass. In the north we have Love. So here we have the barn, and it's going to, on a daily basis, it's going to be used as a cafeteria. So you see that in the plan. But there's also another seating arrangement that can be used for church and also for weddings and other things like that when it's a venue instead of a cafeteria. And so the compass, the north arrow is love because the Lord is love. And so we made north love. And the way that our barn is arranged on the site, it also happens that when a couple is walking down the aisle to get married, as they enter the altar, they're in the altar of love because they're walking north towards love. In every building that they exit, whether it's the school, the housing, or the barn, you're exiting out the work exit. And that's just a representation of, when you leave this school, you're going to go to work. And that's really evident in our school. When you exit the school, when you exit out of the work exit, you have 3 routes you can take for the recreational area. So in the southern part of our site, you see a dispersing of people because that represents when you're leaving the school, RIVERTREE Academy, you're going to go your separate ways and start a better future for yourself. But when you're heading north on the site, you diverge from 2 into 1 on the road of love. And so there's just a couple more things. Our school is a cross plan, and there's a seal that we designed. So when you enter the school, you have the option to go on the love and work path or the learn and lead path. The people that are going to be accessing the learn and lead path are the current leaders and the current learners. So students and teachers are going to be the one walking down this hallway. So this is just really reinforcing the idea of this compass that placed our buildings on site, but also placed the design in all of our buildings. So it's really comprehensive, it's a simple design, and it works well for what RIVERTREE Academy needs to be. And then lastly, we have the faculty and the student housing. We did really open concept planning to make it easy construction and affordable construction. So both student and faculty housing has an open living area with a living space, a kitchen, and a dining room. Faculty housing is enough for a single family, and student housing fits 12 kids, 4 in each bedroom, 2 sets of bunk beds in each room, and also a staff member. There's a master bedroom for the staff member. And all of our construction and materials are similar for the site to create a cohesive design, and it's a hardy plank board, stone, and standing seam roofs.
Yeah, so right now I'll be showing you a video which shows the phases, different phases and construction sequence of the project. Since there's no voiceover, I'll be try to explain some things. So the entire project has 5 phases. It's divided into 5 phases. So the phase 1 we have, we'll be building some student housing, 2 student housing, one for boys and one for girls, and would be accommodating the school building inside the clubhouse itself. In the phase 2, we'll be building 2 more student housings, and then we'll be building 2 more faculty housings in the phase 2. The phase 3 would be the main phase in which we would start the construction of the red barn, and also the school building, which would be just adjacent to the red barn, and also any kind of court and outdoor activities outside the school building. And also we'll be building out the most of the student housing and the faculty housing also in phase 3. And in phase 4, we would be completing all the building construction processes, which would include just the rest of the student housing and the faculty housing, which would cater to the entire RIVERTREE Academy project. And the phase 5 would be mostly site improvements phase with pavilions and all those things. So this is a typical construction sequence video of the wood frame construction that we are doing. It will be mostly slab on grade with wooden studs, wooden framing. So after that we would be doing after the wooden framing is finished for the walls, we will be doing the roof joists, and after the roof joists we will be sheeting the walls with plywood, hardboard, and then we will finish it out with doors, windows, and then the wooden siding and the brick veneer that we have.
Alright, so Jay talked about the various phases. So in the phase 0, which is the general site improvement and infrastructure development thing, we are consuming 40 days over there. So this is typically a number of days needed for each of the phases. The phase 3 is the one where the major construction is happening. For example, red barn, schools, 6 student housing and 2 staff housing. So that will be taking 128 days. So in total, if we talk about the construction, this will going to take 1 year and 4 months. But depending on the flow of the finances, the client can decide when they want to proceed with the various phases. This is the construction cost. As you can see, since the phase 3 is the major phase, so the construction cost over there is $7.19 million. And to start this school, I mean, we are not putting much money. In the phase 1, we are just building 2 student housing that will accommodate 60 students. So that will be in the $0.37 million, so that we can at least start the RIVERTREE Academy. Now, Andres, back to Andres.
All right, so the barn cost $767,000, the academic building $4,162,000, student housing $2,976,000, staff residences $965,000, and the 2 phases of the admin building, one $324,000 and the other one $1,045,000. These are the materials that we're going to be using, the material palette. So for our financial part, we designed our financial program in a way that phase 2 and phase 4 are flexible. So they are low cost in comparison to the others, so they can gather money in those phases, and it can make it better for them. The total development cost is $22,043,000. And we're going to need everyone in the community to engage and be able to get this amount of money. So from farmers market to people in the community building doors, from reclaimed wood to marathons. And it's all going to be with their help that we're going to do it. In terms of the facilities management, we've done it in annual, per phase, and monthly terms. And that way we've added value socioculturally through these ways. And we've taken advantage of all the economic value. And in terms of the environment, we believe in the integrity that the site has. And our design, how it is integral to what we have found. We are engaging all the 5 senses in the many areas of the site.